Hey guys, it's Molly in Seattle. It's about 10 o'clock at night on Monday evening, and I'm blogging, listening to some music, catching up on tweets, Facebooking, catching up on news, and I'm also drinking a venti size Starbucks vanilla latte with soy milk. It's my drink of choice. I love Starbucks. Pretty crazy about it. Starbucks, if you're watching this video, know that I am one of your most loyal customers. I go to Starbucks like more than 2 or 3 times a day. It's probably really bad. I get those like free what are those called? When you have a gold card, for every like 15 drinks you get, they send you like a card or a coupon for a free drink. I get those a lot, so that probably means I consume a lot of coffee, which is whatever. I've been drinking coffee since I was 12, and I'm doing this video because I wanted to talk about some of like my mom's pearls of wisdom and something else. Sorry, text message. Something else about my mom. I think that when I was 12 years old, I admired her for drinking coffee and thought it was cool. So in order to be like her and emulate her, I was a 12-year-old at Starbucks ordering double tall vanilla lattes, which I don't know if that's impressive or if that's sad, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'm having a nice evening here at home, reading coffee, like I said, catching up on some news and writing a blog post. And I also thought that I'd add a video with this post just because I'm trying to get a little bit more tech savvy, and it's kind of fun, you know, to like talk to a camera and pretend like I'm talking to all of you who read my blog, which I don't know if it's that many people that actually read it, but if you do, thank you for checking it out. I always think it's cool when, you know, people read what I have to say and maybe sort of somewhat care about what I'm talking about. Oh, something else, if you notice, I'm wearing my Seattle U Mom sweatshirt. For any of you that were reading my tweets yesterday, I was at the store and there was a woman who seriously was like, I don't know if she was following me around, but I was walking around, and every time I turned a corner, every time I was around somewhere, she was there, like staring at me, like I had the scarlet letter like somewhere ingrained on me, and I didn't even realize that maybe it was the sweatshirt. But basically, like, I asked her, like, is something wrong? Did I have my pants like not zipped right, or is there something on my face? And she just said that she was like in shock that I could be a mom because I look so young. And first of all, I don't think that's any of her business anyway to be asking me about that, but I figured, you know, I'll just mess with her a little bit. And I was like, well, yeah, I am a mom. Like, I was 13 when I had my kid. And it was just funny because she kind of freaked out and was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. Wow. She didn't really know what to say. Anyway, I don't have a kid, and I wasn't 13 when I had a child because I don't have a child at all. I don't make irresponsible choices like that. Whatever, that's a whole different story. Anyway, my video in regards to my blog post, I, of course, have a bias and think that I have the best mom in the whole wide world, and she was the smartest, most elegant, classy lady ever. I'm sure everyone else has really fabulous moms too, but like I said, I hold a bias and think that mine is incredible. I know I've been writing too a lot lately about like manners and etiquette and dating stuff, and I don't really know if people find that interesting at all. I feel like nobody's been interacting with me, or people haven't been interacting with me as much lately since I've been posting that. Whereas before, when I posted stuff more about like fashion or things like that. But anyway, this is like my last post about manners, etiquette, yada yada. All the rest will start to be more fashion related, I promise, because I have a feeling that nobody's as interested in it. But, you know, whenever I get like a thought in my head, I'm just like, I have to share it with somebody, and, you know, whoever's watching this and whoever's reading it, thanks for checking it out. But I don't know, I think that it's really important for people to always say please and thank you. Like, I feel like people just don't as much anymore. People aren't as appreciative of things that people do for them. And I know that, like, it's nice when someone appreciates what you do and when they say please and they ask nicely for things. So, I don't know, it seems like a simple thing and you'd think that people would know to say please and thank you, but I've found more often than not lately that people don't, which is kind of sad. Something else that I remember my mom always telling me was that meeting people, you know, in big social situations, and especially like what I'm doing now as far as like trying to network, and I'm becoming, you know, like more of a grown-up in the real world and figuring out what I'm going to do with my life. that when I meet people, I really want to put forth an effort to make sure I remember their names. I know it's really ambitious to try to remember someone's first and last name, but if you can, I really think that speaks volumes and will be really beneficial in the end. Just because it goes to show, that you're paying attention, that you care about who they are, and I think it's important. And even more ambitious is to try to remember or associate some kind of special detail along with a person's name, like if they have kids or where they went to college, if they have a favorite sports team, maybe a favorite restaurant in Seattle, just something so that when you see them again, it's kind of maybe easier to strike up a conversation like, oh, hey, whatever, John Doe. How about the Chicago Bears, how they played last week? They should have done better or something. I don't know. It's a little bit more personal rather than just being like, hey, how are you? Because small talk gets really boring. But when you remember something and when you're thoughtful like that, I know that when people remember things about me specifically, I'm impressed because it's like, oh, you were listening to me when I met you, 3 weeks ago. That's kind of cool. So anyway, enough about that. But another thing is like, I know that it's really hard sometimes when I'm having a tiff with someone, I guess you could say, or I don't agree with them. Like, sometimes I want to say things and, really try to argue and explain, but I feel like sometimes it's not worth arguing. Like, some people can just be like a brick wall. So I always just try to tell myself that arguing really isn't worth it, and, to bite my tongue, because if I can't say something nice, it's really better to say nothing at all, because I know words said in anger or frustration, will later be really regretted, and it might end up making me or you, whatever you say that's not nice, look like the bad person. So, yeah, holding back on mean words is always better. And always telling the truth. I think being open and honest with people is the most important thing you can do, because your integrity, is something really precious, and a reputation is huge. A reputation, I think, at the end of the day is one of the only things that you have. And reputations take a really long time to build up, like a long time, years and years and years of, being nice to people, meeting people, building up trust and confidence from others. And a reputation takes 2 seconds to shatter and lose, and sometimes you can't repair them. So I think being an honest person is a big part of having a good reputation, because if you're associated with dishonesty, then you're kind of screwed, basically. So tell the truth, people. It's important. The truth shall set you free. I think you've all probably heard that. And then in going back to my please and thank you stuff, thank you notes. Thank you notes, thank you notes, thank you notes. I hope that people keep writing thank you notes. I can't tell you how important they are, and I feel like a lot of people just forget about it. Like, just saying thank you is not enough. It's really not. So write thank you notes. Go to Papyrus. They're at Pacific Place. You can go in and buy like a box of 24 for like $15. So it's a really great deal. And then, I'm looking at my posts. So what else did I say? Oh, and finally, I just want to say that there's things that I remember now that I didn't understand at the time, but pleather pants. I don't know if anyone else ever wanted to wear pleather pants. And I know it's random because it has nothing to do with manners or etiquette or anything, but I guess it has to do with fashion, sort of, so. I used to want to wear pleather pants so bad, and I remember my mom being like, absolutely not, I'm not going to let my child leave the house wearing something so ridiculous like that, like you're going to make me look bad. And I was like, you don't understand my life, you're ruining it, I want to be cool. And I just want to say thank you, Mom, for not ever letting me wear pleather pants and not ever letting them touch my skin, because now I get it now, like why they weren't cool. So, sometimes it takes years and time for things to come back, and for me to really understand why I couldn't do those things. But anyway, hopefully you guys have enjoyed me babble and ramble. I'm a Gemini, so I like to talk a lot. But I hope you guys enjoy my blog, and I'm going to try to write a few more fashion-y things. And something else really cool I'll just mention, but I'm not going to do much with yet, is that recently A very good friend of mine, Elliot, is connected with someone who makes these amazing flats. They're called Delicate Souls. And they sent me a couple pairs. They're really cool rollable flats for girls. That's all I'm going to say. Actually, I'm writing a blog post about it, so you guys will just have to keep checking back. But they're phenomenal. They're amazing. I'm in love. Elliot, I'm forever indebted to you for getting them for me. I love, love, love them. I'm going to go back to texting on my BlackBerry and tweeting and checking emails and drinking coffee at 10 o'clock at night in my Seattle U Mom sweatshirt in my apartment. How exciting is my life? Not really. But anyway, I hope everyone has a fantastic Tuesday, because I know it's Monday night, but you'll be watching this, if you are watching this, on Tuesday morning. So I hope you have an awesome Tuesday and a great day. And again, thank you people for checking my blog. It's something I really enjoy, and I love being able to share my thoughts and ideas with anyone who's willing to read or listen. So I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks, guys.